Hello, everyone. Welcome to William and the Magic Box. Today on our show, we are going to have Tom. Tom is from London in the UK. So let's see what Tom has to say. Enjoy the interview. Hello, Tom. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
Very well. Thanks so much for taking the time this evening for the interview. Thank you.
Of course, of course. Thanks for speaking with me.
So tell me, how was your day today?
It was a busy day.
Great.
It was a busy day. I'm sat here in my studio, Adventures and Acting Studio in Playhouse East in
Right.
Haggerston, and I have had a coaching session in person, one
Uh-huh.
coaching session online. I had a therapy session this morning.
Wow.
Yeah, and now with your good self.
So tell me, what was the highlight of your day today?
Hmm. Probably, probably in the coaching session, I had the courage to stop an actor who started off on the on a scene that I thought they could do better at.
Right.
And I had the courage, because I've been working with this actor for a while, I had the courage to say cut, and we could have a laugh about it. It wasn't it didn't feel like it was a rude interruption.
I see. Amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start the interview talking about your career as an actor, yeah, as you're a coach as well. So tell me how things got together, how everything started.
Wow, we're going right back to the very beginning.
I mean, if you could like somehow do like a short version.
For sure, for sure. So I've been acting 25 years. It's the one thing that I knew I was good at. I got immediate reward and feedback saying you're good at this thing. So I kept going at it, and I trained all around the world in many different techniques. I then was lucky enough to get good representation, and I had jobs on TV and film and theater and adverts. And now I found myself coaching actors as well as acting. I've recently won a couple of Best Actor awards as well as a Best Coach award.
Wow.
So, yeah, obviously it's a strange industry to find yourself in, but now it's all I know. So I'm very happy I found it.
Amazing. And tell me, where are you from, Tom?
Originally from Kent, which is what would you call it? A suburb of London, southeast of England.
Right. And I believe nowadays you are based in London. You live in London right now.
Yes, yes. I've been in London now longer than I was ever in Kent. So I
Mhm.
know Londoners are very picky about who gets called a Londoner, but I'm going to claim to be a Londoner now.
And all your family are back in Kent, or some of them live in London as well?
Family back in Kent, yeah. Yeah, mum, dad, brother, his wife and kids, niece and nephew, all back in Kent, yeah.
Amazing.
I was the only one mad enough, brave enough to make that leap.
Yeah, I think London, it's the place to be. I think, it's a place where uh, there are a big umbrella where you can, follow different paths. There are a lot of opportunities. I think the beauty of London is about the colors, the people. I think, I think we are very lucky to say we live
For
in London.
sure. Yeah, yeah. There was something clever, someone clever said, if you're bored of London, you're bored of life.
That's great. I like that. I
That's good,
really
huh?
like it. Wow, amazing.
Although I enjoy time out of London as well, I have to say.
Oh yes, absolutely, absolutely. Sometimes we need like some escape a little bit out of London to, to see, to miss London. Okay, I miss
Yeah,
London. I need
yeah,
to go
yeah,
back
yeah.
again.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, Tom. So during the interview, I'm going to explore a little bit more about your life and also about your journey so far. Okay.
For sure. Yeah, yeah, great. I'll take some
But
water.
before we start our journey within the magic box, I would like you to tell me something interesting about yourself, or maybe something that not many people know about you.
I do think I have a kind of embarrassing, guilty secret that's been hidden for a few decades. That I was in a rock band as a bassist, and I had long hair and was kind of quite an edgy, grungy kid. And I think I secretly wanted to be in a boy band, really.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
wow.
I haven't really told anyone that, but I think deep down I was kind of longing to be Justin Timberlake.
Amazing. I love that.
Don't tell anyone.
I'll keep it. I'll keep everything. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, are you ready to go on a beautiful journey through your memories in life and share your point of views?
Let's go.
Amazing. Welcome to William and the Magic Box. So I have here my best friend. Full of random fun questions. So what I'm going to do, I'm just gonna play a song just for us to relax before the first question. Okay?
Hmm.
Let's do it. Right, so before we start the game, during the join, if it comes up a question that you don't want to talk about, you don't want to answer, always can change. Okay?
Okay.
Amazing. First question is, what's the biggest difference between you and your best friends?
Actually, I can answer that with a very visual aid. Chaos. My friends, I picked them very cleverly to have a high stamina for order, and I tend to bring the chaos.
Wow.
I told a friend once I'm only comfortable when when chaos is nearby, and that friend bought me this poster.
Oh, I like it, actually. I like it. And which friend in your life right this moment you feel more connected with or more close to?
Oh, that's harsh. I'm in a group of three friends that we're very close and see each other regularly. Uh, and the funny thing is that each of us think that the other two are really good friends. So there's like a triangle of, oh, but you two are the real good friends, right? But yeah, Andrew and Gavin of my childhood friends that, yeah,
Oh,
they have seen me through some tough times and I'd do anything for them.
okay, so both of them, they are watching this interview right now and have a moment, an opportunity to send them a message. What would you say?
Beautiful. You have no idea how often I think of you, how often I am grateful to know you. Um, and if ever there is anything I can do for you, or if you ever need cheering up, please get in touch. I would, yeah. In the middle of the night, I will drop anything to be there for you, whatever.
Beautiful, beautiful. And what's the biggest similarity between three of you?
I think a wicked sense of humor.
And they're from London or they're from Kent as well?
From Kent, we went to school together, so yeah, from
Wow.
Southeast England, yeah.
Such a great feeling when you have those, friends from your childhood. I think they know you better and well than anybody else around you. That's for sure.
For sure, they're your chosen family.
Cool. Next question. Let's do it. Hey, next question is, what motivates the most in life?
What motivates me the most in life?
Hmm.
Hmm. Curiosity.
Tell me about it.
I I don't assume I know anything. So every day I attempt to know as little as possible and allow that day to teach me something new, however small or big.
Yeah.
I think it's an arrogance to assume. I think only the best in any genre or arena The very best admit they know nothing. And I
Same.
love that.
Yeah. Yeah. I think when you learn something every day, we earn our day. You know, could
Hmm.
be anything. Could be anything. Saying that, what's the meaning of life for you?
So at the moment, I believe the meaning of life is to play well.
Which way you mean that?
You we forget a lot of things growing up, and I feel like we were very good when we were younger at being unself-conscious and playing well with anyone. Of course, you feel when you're in the company of someone that resonates on a certain frequency as you do, and that's excellent play. But really, we can play well with anyone, and you have to be open to playing well. And by playing well, I mean literally playing or speaking or dancing or talking, anything.
Oh, great. Next question. Let's do it. Right. So before the next question, of course, when I was checking your profile, there was a phrase there saying guiding actors through the world of acting. Yeah. When I saw your phrase there, I was like, my God, I need to ask him. Tell me what's the beauty of acting for you? What's the feeling when you are able to act, through other people's
Mm,
life
mm.
experience, when you are there acting. So tell me the beauty of it.
Yeah, there is a beauty in the craft of having an excuse to look more deeply at yourself. There's something about being given permission, being allowed to experiment with who you think you are via different words and behaviors and emotions and accents and physicalities. And they're not all comfortable. And then you realize in the discomfort, I don't feel like that, look like that, or sound like that. But it reminds you of something you have access to.
Amazing. Right. I would like you to. I'm gonna put you in the spot now. Yeah, you
Okay.
can.
Okay.
You don't need to if you don't feel like, because
Sure.
you prepared yourself. But could you answer the next question as an angry man, like feeling the angriest? Could you do that?
Certainly try. Why not?
Okay, let's do it. I'd like you to answer the next question with the more anger you could be. And funny enough, look the question who came up. That's what I love the most about the magic box. What makes you the happiest as an angry man? I want to see that.
Well, first, it's a stupid question because happy is the most transient of emotions. Happiness is such a fleeting, pointless, sugary rush of why be happy anyway? I mean, it's like uh, all these books and films telling you to be happy, how to be happy, or you should be happy. And really, happy people are really effing annoying. So don't be happy. In fact, happiness is like cake. Like cake is great, but infinite cake is torture. So don't be happy. Be content, but don't be happy. Stupid question.
Oh my God, I
Well, there you
love
go.
it.
That was rude, huh? Rude
I
and
love
angry.
it. Okay. Oh my God, I have a bit of goosebump now. My goodness, Tom, that's amazing. I love it. I love it. Okay, let's put this anger man on the side
Yeah,
now. Let's go.
shake it up.
Let's get let's get back to Tom now.
Yeah.
So tell me, Tom, do you think happiness is a choice?
Mm. Wow. Is happiness a choice? But then, we're saying that happiness is a mental state as opposed to a bodily state. So to be happy and positive, is that a decision you make versus a more below the neck joy of being alive? And that, are they separate? So let me try and answer this question in
Mhm.
the most distinct way possible. No, I think happiness isn't a choice in the moment. I think you can give yourself a better chance of being happy through a developed mindset and an approach to life. I don't think it's an in the moment decision, because then it's
Wow,
just plastering on a smile, right?
totally. When have you been the most happy?
Hmm. With friends, walking with friends on a sunny day, with options, the freedom to walk where you want to walk, and say what you want to say and know that you're in good company.
Great. Cool. Next question. Let's do it. Next question is, what's your morning ritual?
Oh, good time to ask me, because I have actually got one right now.
Tell me.
So I set an alarm for 7:30 and I sleep through it. And then about 7:45, I will get up, strip, get in the shower for a cold shower. I will come straight out from the cold shower and throw a quite light kettlebell around. So I think it's an 8 kilogram kettlebell, and try and take it through some movements that wake my body up. I will then probably do some more pampering with washing and brushing and spraying myself to smell good. Do my journal, and then I'm ready to have coffee and have breakfast and slowly ease into the day and start to see what my phone wants from me.
Oh,
Um, but I really rate that first 2 hours of the day right now are like bliss. They are, yeah, just mine. I will not sacrifice that for anyone right now.
wow. Do you write your journal every day? Is a daily routine?
Yeah, absolutely. I'd like to say absolutely every day, but the reality is, like, I've been sick recently, so I missed maybe 3 or 4 days, but then went and caught up on those 3 or 4 days. But a page a day, and yeah, any time of day, and it can be absolute nonsense. Sometimes it's poetry, sometimes it's I don't want to write this today, so I'm just going to put pen to paper. Sometimes it's profound genius and absolute gold dust in there.
And that was this idea of writing your journal. It's something that you always had, or it just you just started some in certain part of your life, or it became your best friend. Tell me a little bit about this.
Yeah, all of that really. I
Yeah.
did do it when I was young, and then completely forgot that I did it. I've rediscovered old journals recently.
Hmm.
Then during lockdown, I started working with a therapist who said you should journal, and I was like, "That'd be stupid. What's the point of writing a journal when it's not like I'm going to be writing a book? So a journal is just words in ink." And then I realized that I had such a strong reaction to writing that I had to do it. It was like so scary that it was going to be bad that I just had to do it. And I think that was 3 years ago,
Hmm.
or more. And I've been journaling every day, and it has become my best friend. Isn't it funny that I've developed a relationship to the page? Because when you're saying mean things about yourself and you see it back, it's like, I don't really think that. And I don't want to say that about myself. So you start to kind of write how you want to think. And yeah, they affect each other.
Saying that, what's the biggest joy of being Tom? What do you like the most about being you?
Wow. Okay. The biggest joy of being Tom. I believe that I'm 45, and I think I've managed to give the illusion of being an adult without ever really giving in to the idea of giving up on my child self.
It's great to have your inner child always alive, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the only way. Yeah, I can't kill that little guy. He's too sweet and innocent.
Oh. And what's your star sign on astrology?
Okay, so you guess because no one ever guesses. No one
Oh
ever
my,
gets it right.
oh my God. Okay. I'm so bad with those, but I'm gonna just pick one. Taurus.
Ah, okay. I'm Aries.
Ah, interesting. Aries
Mm.
is March, April, March.
April, yeah, beginning of April I am in a couple of
April.
weeks.
Actually, do you know every star sign there is like this, a presentation or something very strong about. Do you know about Aries?
Not too
The,
much. Tell
the
me.
big the biggest characteristic of Aries, they are the childish of the whole series. Yeah, makes sense to talk about that. It makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah.
It's funny because I'm a big fan of a Brazilian entertainer called Xuxa. I grew up watching her in the 80s, and she is Aries. She's in March, and the end
Ah.
of March, and so I always knew. And I remember, like, talking about astrology, people always say is the childish of compared with other star sign astrology.
Great. Very cool.
Do you like celebrating birthdays, or for you just a regular normal day?
Don't really, to be honest, I don't really know my friend's birthday. I have to be reminded when it's my own birthday. So no, I'm not very good at those.
I see. Okay, next question. Ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Next one. You like dancing?
Sure. Yeah, yeah. Chair dancing.
Before the next question, tell me three names of people that you always be inspired by, like actors or direct
Mm,
people in this industry that for you always had a big inspiration.
okay. I'm going to bend the rules a little bit because the first one is a musician actor, David
Mm-hmm.
Bowie.
Wow, big one.
Oh, yeah. Sam Rockwell.
Wow.
And let's go more. Hmm. Let's go more classic. I think to be completely honest, I was obsessed with James Dean growing up.
Wow. So I believe of course, David Bowie is already gone. Though Sam and the other two, they still with us, or they gone as
Sam
well.
Rockwell, yes. James Dean, no.
Okay, so let's pretend that three of them they are still with us, yeah. And
Hmm.
one day you're gonna wake up in the morning and you have three missed calls on your phone from those three you just mentioned now. Which one you call back straight away? Which one you send
David
a
Bowie.
message?
Oh, go on. Yeah, yeah, go
Okay,
on.
okay, David Bowie. Okay. Which one you gonna send a message saying I'll call you back later? And the third one, you don't call a message, just say okay, I can talk to him another time. David Bowie, you call straight away.
Yes. Sam Rockwell, I messaged, we speak later,
Okay.
which means James Dean. I'm like, okay, cool.
Favorite song of David Bowie in your top list, like.
There's one song that is easy to forget on the Kooks album called Andy Warhol. And yeah, it plays round and round in my head sometimes. It starts with like the sound of a record being rewound and scratched, and it starts with a conversation of him saying Andy Warhol and Hole, Andy Warhol. And it's just, I don't know, it's stuck in my memory somehow.
The one I like the most is Let's Dance. But
Yeah,
God, I
nice.
love it. It's funny because I didn't know the video clip, and one day I put on YouTube the first time, and I saw the video clip, and I loved it.
Yeah,
I'm originally
yeah,
from back in
yeah.
Brazil. I'm from Brazil, and when I saw this clip, I was like, my God, it somehow brings me to my childhood memories back in Brazil.
Mm,
The scenario, it's very the place where I
mm,
come from. Interesting.
yes, great.
Okay, next question is, what's the biggest prize you ever won?
There is an award that is very close to my heart because it was handed to me by an absolute icon in independent filmmaking. So
Hmm.
I won the Best Actor award at this film festival in New York, New Jersey to
Oh,
be precise. It
oh,
was Smodcastle Film Festival that was run by Kevin Smith, who is an extreme. He's a legend in the filmmaking world. Films like Dogma, Jay and Silent Bob, Mallrats. Yeah, he's got an aura about him, this guy, and for him to be recognized by him and be handed an award and have pictures with him is, yeah, it's very special.
Wow. Growing up, tell me two questions in one. The first part of
Mhm.
the question is, tell me the moments when you realized, okay, I was born to be an actor. When you felt it, genuinely you felt, okay, that's me. And the second part of the question is, did you have the support of your family or your parents regarding that, or it was a bit tricky for you?
Okay, so the first part of that question reminds me of my acting origin story when I just ran up on stage as a child, completely unannounced, and sang the song that they were singing on stage. There was a pantomime, and you had to sing this song, and I just jumped on stage and joined in, and everyone was laughing, and it was a shock to the performers. But I got sweets, and people started to clap, and I thought, yeah, I could get used to this. This is good. I like that feeling. So that was the start of my acting journey. And the support was, um, it was never, it was never a complete criticism for my choice, but I think it was a misunderstanding. I think there was no one in our family that had ever done anything like this. Um, Eventually, over time, coming to see the shows and understanding that it might be an actual job, although to this day, I'm not sure my family really understand what the job is. I mean, maybe I don't in some level. So it was, yeah, not clearly supportive, but not clearly objecting to either.
I see. Three questions left. Let's do it.
Okay, okay.
Before the next question, Tom, can you put it out accents, like a different accent or not? Can you?
French is, yeah, okay, but it's very general and offensive. It's just a lot of noises, It's very hard for me to do and actually sound French. Yeah.
Okay, so let's answer the next question having your best French accent, okay? Next question
You're gonna
is,
get me cancelled, William. You're gonna get me struck off from internet.
no, I think nowadays people, depend your answer, I guess. Next question is, what can make you cry and what can make you really happy?
Oh, everything makes me cry every day. The news makes me cry. The Instagram makes me cry. But this is okay. No, to cry is good. It's a release, huh? Happy is for me, well, food, friends, good is yeah, good times. I don't know where that went. That went around all of Europe a little bit, but fine.
I love it. Amazing. Tell me something. Um, what's the biggest joy of guiding actors? What do you like the most? And the second part of the question is, what's the most challenging part? Back to Tom, okay? Back to Tom. Like the French.
Good, yeah, thank you, thank you. Not angry, not French, just normal,
Just Tom. Just
normal.
Tom.
Just the most rewarding thing about guiding actors is to be able to share a very personal moment with another human being and watch them change something about themselves in real time because they trust you. I've it's a ridiculous thing to ask someone to say, change that, change how you feel, change how you think, change what you say and how you're saying it, because it could be really challenging for someone.
Mhm.
But if someone's enthusiastic to hear what you have to say and you are saying it from a place of love, it's such a joy when that trust is there and something changes and you go, it happened. It's, yeah, it's nothing like it. The most challenging thing, I'm gonna say this because it's happened to me. I have no idea how what people think of me as a teacher, and sometimes I have assumed that a teacher. I assumed me and a teacher had a certain dynamic or relationship that did not exist for them. It was all for me. I was projecting my stuff onto this person's behavior and personality, and I think that I've been the that's been challenging in classrooms for me sometimes, where someone has seen this, whatever I appear to them and made an assumption, and it's taken a lot of work to undo that initial assumption.
Most of your students, they are males, females, or do you teach children as well, or how does work your project regarding that?
My coaching more recently has been international. I'm very lucky to teach um, all around Scandinavia and sometimes further afield, and is completely free of gender. There's been absolutely no real um, majority of male, female, or anything in between. I've been
Mhm.
lucky enough to work with some incredible performers from all races, genders, and sexualities. And
Wow.
I'm learning a lot in doing that too. It's fantastic
Mhm.
to see stories being told from um, diverse and minority uh, cultures and subcultures that are being brought to the mainstream media attention now. Um,
Wow.
have I gone off track from your original question? It's easily done.
No.
Okay.
Well answered. I love it. I love it. I think nowadays with the power of technology, you can, expand your umbrella. You can kind of connect and, connect with people, teach, learn. It's a beauty of technology nowadays. And sometimes people, I remember growing up in the 80s, my God, I'm gonna share a story with you regarding that, Tom. When the city where I was born back in Brazil, there was like maybe 10,000 people. And I remember once we had these two actors from the capital of my state. So they came to the city to do like a workshop with children. And I remember the poster in my school. When I saw the poster, I ran quick. I said, "Mom, I want to be part of it." And I remember like it was like a 2 days weekend, workshop. And there was two. I remember like some beats. I was very young. I was maybe 7 years old or 6 years old. Yeah, I don't remember like the whole workshop, but I remember some beats of the workshop. But my mom said something very interesting for me in the end. She told me that in the end of the course, those two actors, like teachers, they called her on the corner and they asked my mom if my mom knew anyone in the capital of my state, like the big city. It had like anyone who could have me there, support me there, because they liked the way I was interacting, and she wasn't expecting that. So she said, sadly not. Sadly, we don't know anyone there who I could let him go to the capital. And I remember she's telling me that I was so excited. I mean,
Mm.
children, when you hear the story, you don't see the sad behind, because if I was like, my God, how sad it was at the time. But I didn't get the message. I just was like, oh, really? They told you that? So it ended for me there. You know what I mean? I didn't
Okay.
think
Okay.
about. But just back to your point, so technology nowadays, people who can be such in a small town nowadays, they have this access to me.
True.
But I mean, they don't
That's
need to
true.
be. So it just made me remember these beats now, because I think because I was
Wow.
so excited about it, the whole workshop.
Mm.
And I think they saw something there in me that they called my mom on the side and they asked that. And I was like, oh my God, I never forget this moment. So yeah, back to your point.
Wow.
Back
You
to your
imagine
point.
if you had some family in the capital, the
Yeah,
different turn your life could have taken.
absolutely. I got goosebump now. I got goosebump. And yes, to be honest, I don't know where I would be right now, but I'm so happy where I am right now as well. And everything happened in the right, the right thing. But yeah, I think my mom at the time, maybe she felt a bit sad. That's like, oh, I wish I could
Mm,
support him somehow to go there.
yeah.
And so yeah, I think my excitement that was maybe they saw that there and they made this comment with my mom. They didn't tell me anything. My mom told me afterwards that
Okay.
they called her on the corner asking if they could find a way to have me there in the
Mm,
capital where I could explore this,
mm.
but anyway, I'm
Wow.
exploring here every day on the Magic Box.
Yeah. Nice.
2 questions left. Let's do it. Okay, next question is, what hurt your feelings?
At the moment, I cannot abide by dishonesty. I am allergic to people not saying something to avoid conflict. It's eating me inside. Maybe it's something that I have recognized from myself in the past, or a culture that said that is like, oh, don't rock the boat, don't say anything, however true it might be, so as not to hurt or start an uncomfortable conversation. I'm finding that uh, impossible, and I've had to have quite harsh conversations with friends and family to like, all right, no more bullshit, because
Mm-hmm.
it's really hurting my feelings because it's not true, it's not real, and we're at a certain point we're all going to be on our deathbed, and there's going to be too much truth to say in one breath. So let's ease it out now.
Do you cry easily, Tom? I mean, not acting, but do you feel your emotions like easily?
I wasn't lying when I was speaking in French about crying every day. It was yeah, genuinely within the first couple of hours of the day, I've usually had something
Well,
that's made me cry. Yes, some cute Instagram story or news thing or thought, or something that usually, and I'm okay with it. I think it's
mhm.
I'm quite proud that I have access to feelings. In fact, there's a great rapper, Mos Def, who said we're supposed to be heartbroken right now. There's a lot to be heartbroken about. It's sick to not be.
I see. Great. Last question, ready?
Mhm.
Let's do it. Last question. But before the last question, tell me a moment in your career that you're never gonna forget. For one reason or another, you're always gonna have a special place in your heart.
Yeah, the first thought was there was a pilgrimage in Sri Lanka where you walk up to a temple at the top of a hill, and it takes about 5 hours to walk. So you start at about 1 or 2 a.m. And you get there for sunrise, and you watch the sun as it spreads across from this pinprick of light to 360 degrees as it lights up the sky, and it feels so euphoric that it doesn't seem real. Um, and it was stunning. Yeah, I think about that a lot. It was just an incredible thing to witness from that particular place on that day. I feel very lucky to have seen that.
I see. Okay. Last question is, tell me something that your best friends, what do they do that comforts you the most?
So, short answer is um, making me laugh.
Mm-hmm.
Long answer is inviting me to things that they know I'm going to enjoy.
Wow. How often do you see your friends, the two that you mentioned?
We get together once a month, all three of us, but probably separately. Like there's some combination of us three that we see maybe 3 times a month, 2, 3 times a month.
Wow, sweet.
Yeah.
Okay, so not yet. Let's play now the word association game. Okay, I'm going to give you
Okay.
this. Just tell one word that comes to your mind. Quick thinking.
Mm.
Let's start with fear,
Arrogance,
money,
Greed.
Family.
Friends.
Love.
Truth.
Ooh. Life.
Playful.
Sex.
Passion.
Religion.
Faith.
Friendship.
Joy.
Desire.
I want to say cheeky.
Ooh. Regret.
Poison.
Success.
Now.
Wish.
Green.
Happiness.
Contentment.
One word for London.
Chaos.
Really?
Beautiful chaos.
Beautiful. England, one word.
Order.
Wow. And the last one now, acting, one word.
Imagination.
Beautiful. Let's pretend now I'm going to meet those two friends, yeah, for a coffee, and I'm going to ask both of them. You need to agree in 2 words. I'm going to ask both of them. Define Tom in one positive and one negative word only. What they would say about you.
Okay. Positive shapeshifter and negative blagger.
Blagger?
You know blagger? Yeah.
No, what that means, blagger? I like it.
So they call me the curly blagger because I will find a way to get something, whether it's free
Blagger.
tickets or food, or I'll just use my mouth to blag my way into something, to charm my way. Yeah.
You made my day. I learned something new. I didn't
There
know
you
that.
go.
Amazing. Love it. Let's play now Tom and the Magic Box, and you can ask me a question. Okay, but before you ask me the question, people watching this interview right now, they would like to, to be guided by you in acting words, what's something about it that, if people would like to connect with you, would you like to be part of your, project, what's something about it that's special, that stands out?
For me, I was thinking about this recently because I think I'm a good coach because I will admit when I don't know. I think I love when I get to collaborate with an actor and we find out an answer, but I think it's also really important to say, I don't know, actually. I don't know what we're going to do or how we're going to do it.
That's powerful. I like that. Amazing. Okay, Tom, can you ask me a question now?
Okay, so can it be a question with 2 parts?
Yes, absolutely. But I'm not going to make the French accent, okay? I just have the Brazilian accent.
Okay. So my question to you is, who in the world, dead or alive, do you love to make laugh? And tell me a time, if that has happened, that you've made them laugh.
Wow, great question. So someone that I made them laugh, yeah?
Yeah.
And the second part of the question is?
Tell us a time that you remember making them laugh.
Wow, great question. My God. Wow, you put me in spot right now. I love it. Somebody that made them laugh. Right. I remember now the first person come to my mind. It's a friend of mine that, he laughed. He's English, so we have different, ways of, of, comedy, or, we see, jokes a different way, let's say, the very English way. And, so sometimes it can be a different way of understanding. And one day, I don't remember exactly what I said, but it was something that I wasn't expecting him to laugh. I think it was something about work. I was explaining to him, I think it was something about work that I misunderstood. And, and somehow it came out as funny. But the way I said, I was just saying, and suddenly he just cracked laughing that he couldn't stop. And I was like, why are you laughing? He said, William, the way you said, the way I explained to him, I just was explaining about the situation, but not expecting him to laugh. But he started laughing, he couldn't stop laughing. I was like, my God, your understanding of, it doesn't, I was expecting you to laugh because of that. Because he's, I'm trying to find the words, like the way of seeing funny things, it's from my point. And he was laughing naturally. And that's like touched me, because I was expecting, and somehow he was just laughing about something that I was just explaining about something that happened to me. That was my daily routine, but it wasn't something that I was expecting. Yeah, he just came to my mind, the situation. So yeah, it was something genuine, for sure.
Love that. I love that.
Did you enjoy the interview, Tom?
Very much, very much. Yeah, you have a lovely energy.
Oh, thanks again. Thanks for taking the time for the interview. Thanks for being so kind and accepting the invitation. I know nowadays we are so busy with our own lives, and when someone take their time for us, I think it's a gift. So thanks for making the time for the interview. But before you go, if you can share a positive message or anything that you live by.
Find a way to appreciate all the things you take for granted. Every time you get on a tube and it's packed and you don't want to be there, imagine it was the first time anyone had ever taken a tube, like it was a new invention.
Wow, that's amazing. You just put in my head this right now. I'm going to have all the time now.
Just find something to cheer up your day where you think, actually, life's all right.
Wow. That's amazing. That's amazing. So simple. And I think if we put that in our daily routine, it's a big help for sure. Amazing. Great. Thanks again. Enjoy your evening. Keep in touch, okay? It was a pleasure having you. Take care, okay? Have a good night.
Bye-bye.
Ciao, ciao. So, did you like the show? Don't forget to give a like, to share it, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to be part of the show as well, first, subscribe to our channel, and after that, just go to our website, www.williamandthemagicbox.com, and send us a request saying why you'd like to be part of the show. And I see you there. Bye bye, see you next time.